My name is Jessica Pupich, and I'm 13 years old. Dyslexia has been a struggle for me since 5th grade when I got diagnosed. 3rd grade is when we noticed, and I had a lot of trouble reading and writing and then testing. I would leave in the morning and I would know everything that was on the study guide, and then when I would come home the next day with the grade, I would get anywhere from a C to failing the test because I could not get from what was in my mind onto the test. And then my parents would test me verbally with the same test, and I would be able to ace it. I always felt that I was not as smart as other kids. I would always get those Fs, those Cs, those Ds, those Fs, and I would never feel smart. I would always just feel that everyone else knew everything and I couldn't focus on that. So it was very difficult to deal with that. I remember before I was diagnosed with dyslexia, homework was always a struggle. I would usually have fits. I would end up crying by the end of the night. It would be a 2-3 hour, sometimes even 4 hour struggle. I would usually do it in the dining room with my dad, and I just wouldn't get it. He would try explaining it, and I wouldn't understand. I would just usually end up getting frustrated, and I wouldn't then be able to remember what I was doing, and I would just end up being in my room for the rest of the night because I couldn't keep myself then under control. It is important for a dyslexic to know that they are dyslexic because I remember when I was not diagnosed yet, I just felt dumb. I felt stupid. I didn't know why I was failing. And now knowing that I do have dyslexia, it has helped me because it's not just, oh yeah, you have a learning disability. Well, what's that learning disability? What's wrong? Like, it's not just reading, it's not just writing, it's both. So knowing that I have dyslexia, it combines both of them, and then being able to know that I'm not the only one that struggles with dyslexia, and that I have friends and I have people around me that also struggle with the same thing. It's comforting, actually. Knowing that I do have dyslexia does help me go to my teachers and say that I need help with this. And I don't blame it on my dyslexia, but I go and I can ask them. I'm free to ask them, and I'm not ashamed to ask them. I might not directly go to them at first. Sometimes I go to my tutor, but at the end I will always end up going to them and ask them for the help I need. It's reading and writing that are hard because I have these great ideas, but it's hard to get them out. I can verbally tell anyone, but I can't get them onto the paper. So that makes writing very difficult. And then reading, now with my tutoring, I am able to dissect the words and figure out what they mean, or just break them into syllables and be able to sound them out. I wish teachers would just understand that we don't learn the same way and that we need those accommodations. We need, if something we're not understanding, that they will explain it some different way, or they will read the question out loud and describe it more in depth. Yeah. Last year when I made the honor roll, it meant everything, because I knew even carrying that full load, I could make the honor roll. I had friends that aren't dyslexic and they didn't, where I always looked to them for help, for questions that I had if I was at home, or even if it was after class. And when they didn't get the honor roll, I was very surprised. But then when they called my name, I'm like, no, there must be a mistake, because when they said that it had to be like a C plus is the lowest you could get. I'm like, no, I didn't get that. Like, that wasn't part of my grades. I had at least a C. And then they called my name. I'm like, no, no. So I went home and I checked the grades, and it just felt amazing to know that I was able to get that honor roll even though I was dyslexic. Some things that I'm passionate about is serving others and helping others. I love to serve in children's ministry at church. High Five is one of our big VBSs at our church, and I love getting just to pour into the kids' lives for a week, and just they become younger siblings to me. I love doing that. I love being with my friends and just being on stage and acting. And when I'm performing, it feels amazing. I am able just to show who I am. I am usually with a couple of my friends, which is great. I get to share what I love to do with my friends. I love just being able to give the glory to the Lord through my performing. If it's I'm singing, I'm dancing, it might take a while to get to that place where I'm ready to perform in front of people, but I always get there.